Maximum configurations. With any platform, whether that's virtual or physical, you're always going to have limitations you have to live within. So with a Unity VSA, you're not going to have as high a threshold for maximum configurations as you would with a physical. The reason being that the virtual is meant to be a smaller scale, lower end part of the EMC Unity family. First, the number of supported pool LUNs is 64. So if you make a storage pool that has multiple disks, whether that's a single disk type or multiple different disk types, the maximum number of LUNs that you can put inside of that pool is 64. So when you're planning your deployment, make sure you understand that limitation so you don't get backed into a corner where you do a deployment and you need to utilize more than 64 LUNs in a single pool. The EMC Unity VSA will not allow you to deploy more than the allocated maximum that's been listed here. Maximum LUN size. When you create a LUN inside of a storage pool, the maximum size that you can make that single LUN is 16 terabytes. A lot of times, users do not find a reason to create a LUN as large as 16 terabytes. But as we start to see more and more unstructured file growth, files, images, Word docs, things like that, we see larger and larger volumes associated with that file data or that unstructured data. So just keep in mind that as you continue to grow your volumes for file usage or your other use cases, that you cannot get past 16 terabytes for a single LUN. When we get to file systems, you cannot have a single file system that's larger than 50 terabytes total. You will absolutely have file system corruption errors, and you need to stay away from this maximum when at all possible. The closer you get to that maximum, the greater the risk is for your environment and your business. So make sure you look at these maximums and really understand their impacts as you start to build out your infrastructure. Maximum number of file systems that you can have is 32. Again, the VSA is really meant to be a good, solid, small scale virtual storage appliance that you can deploy in remote offices or for very specific use cases. So if you have a need to have more than 32 file systems, the Unity VSA will not be the right solution for you. Lastly, our capacities. So the EMC VSA is deployed utilizing licensing to control its capacity. So the Community Edition, which is free, will give you up to 4 terabytes of usable capacity. As you look at other licensing models underneath the professional release of the Unity VSA, you can get a 10 terabyte, 25 terabyte, and 50 terabyte license to grow your Unity VSA appliance. This will give you the ability to deploy a Community Edition if you wished, and then add licensing to grow it in your environment as you continue to utilize it more and more for different use cases within your business.